Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time, we finished up our business with Junior and took down a boss. Between now and last time, I went back and I redid that fight because I forgot that I wanted to keep all of the equipment that he had, so I took everything except for the scope off, I took all his eggs gear off, all the accessories anyway, left him with his weapons, and just gave him the cowboy hat that he came with and a scope, because I still wanted to see how much HP he had, and because I ended up having to redo it, I also found or got a better drop, which is the V-Max circuit, which enables the use of boost. Again, since I'm not going to be using the eggs, this really doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but I can sell it for $2 grand, so I'll take it. Anyway, with that being said, I don't think I've equipped my characters this time, but that doesn't matter. I will do that in a little bit. First things first, cabin number 1 is right down here. This is where they said that Ziggy was, and I don't know why Ziggy would be in here. This is the girls' dorm, but let's ask Momo. Please wait a minute. I found him. He just got off. How do you know all this? What are you, tracking him? Yeah, but she's got pretty much locked on him. So yeah, I guess she can scan the ship because she's a Realian, or doesn't really matter. Anyway, he's not at the bottom of the elevator. He's in his room, which is that room downstairs with the save point, and I will just meet you there. Okay, we're back. Now, I don't know why I'm even showing this off, but there's a scene here, and he's missing. Will you help me look for him? He is a soldier, so he shouldn't really have any problems, but this isn't the best place for military. And Shion would feel better with a very strong cyborg next to her, no doubt. Better safe than sorry. Again, I'll meet you upstairs. Okay, we're back upstairs. That's why I wasn't even sure why I'm showing that off. A small little scene. A lot of backtracking because of it. Oh well, at least you don't have to see it. Anyway, at this point in time, we could get into the EBS plate and head back and pick up the the segment address that we picked up, or the decoder we picked up last time, which is on the Old Glinde. And now that we have 3 characters, that's probably a good idea. They won't have any trouble with the enemies back there, as, you know, it was the first area in the game, pretty much. So, if we select Wold Glinde, I will be doing most of this off-screen, but basically continue to go north through this whole thing until we get to the elevator room, which is straight north. You can't miss it. Okay, so the first door we'll go through, if we continue to head north, is this one. And then you're going to want to take the right turn here and go all the way over this way. I'm just turning on fast forward here. You can avoid the enemies if you want by doing such things as this. That last one's a little bit of a pain to get to. Now, that's pretty much all you need to do, and this is the segment address. Just figure I do that whole screen off when I was off camera there because it takes a while, plus I fought all the enemies. There's Stim DX, which I will probably never use throughout the entire game, but it's there. Now, luckily we don't have to backtrack the whole way, because if you pop in here, there's an EBS plate, and we can exit right now, which makes life a lot easier. Do note that Chaos is especially effective against those guys, but pretty much any combination you have where you have a tech in a high slot will do pretty much all you need. I thought you were going to go with Alan there, crying over his food for some reason. He just blubbered. It's really annoying, so I'm going to leave him behind. Sounds like a good idea. I don't think Alan's going to be all that helpful when we go here anyway. We should split up. Since we technically have 4 people, we should have 2 groups of 2, but since you didn't want to bring Alan, you're going to go by yourself. I don't know why, but most of the people around here have somewhat interesting things to talk about, some more so than others, but we do want to talk to some people. What do you have to say, little man? Let's see, there's a girl named Ludi in the clinic and refuses to talk. Said I'd play with her, she's such a brat. Well, let's go figure out why she's not going to talk. But on the way, let's figure out why people around here aren't a big fan of the military. Once a Realian nursery, after the war, the pier was remodeled into a dock. Refugees came flooding in, probably because of its favorable location. Now it's practically treated like a den of outlaws. It's abandoned. That's all they say. Anyway, basically, this is called Dock Colony. It basically just is a dock and a clinic and a shop, and that's it. But there's a little bit of stuff to do, not much. There's a side quest here later in the game, but anyway, apparently the military had some kind of thing all screwed up around here with the Miltian conflict from 14 years ago. Anyway, a Realian in service around here went crazy, and that's why they shut this place down, considering it was a clinic for Realians. I don't know what they're really talking about with this. I think they're talking about whoever instigated the Miltian conflict, but as you'll find out, that idea is up in the air for a long part of the series, so we'll just leave that alone for the moment. Anyway, if you talk to him a bunch of times, he says a bunch of different things. This lady over here is important to talk to for a different side quest later in the game. Yeah, something about going fishing and a fish detector. Since it's in blue text, it must mean it's important. And she's happy that he lost it. Tell the truth though, she lost it on purpose and put it into the tuxedo pocket and sent it to the cleaners on the Foundation. We don't know which Foundation yet, but we'll learn in time. And I think there's one more line she's got here. Yeah, it's expensive to go all the way there, so she's not going to go get it. I think that's all you have to say for the moment. Okay, there we go. And there's a shop in there. I'm going to come back there in a moment because there's a cutscene that plays out here, and then I'll have to come back anyways, so that's fine. Hey, better be more careful. You're going to hit something. What did you break? Again? No one will notice another one. Oh, probably not. Oh, you crashed into our ship? Captain Matthews is going to kill you. Just... nothing to say after that one. Anyway, there's another EVS plate over here, and one person to talk to. Okay. Or they ran away from the Gnosis phenomenon. So yeah, pretty much everyone here is kind of, it's really much a backwater little colony more than it is anything else. Can't blow up those things. Don't need to go back into the EVS. No, I want to go up here. There we go. Chat with you real quick. Wrong place to be talking about the military. Just because it was a Realian nursery. Yeah, so that's why most of the people around here are not really big fans of the military. However, you get down to this point, we see how well Trankov is dealing with his group attackers. I was trying to say how well is he faring, but I couldn't find the word. Who's watching? The idiot. Not Alan the idiot, but an idiot nonetheless. At least he's doing the smart thing instead of going in and getting his ass kicked too. He's coming for help.
Federation scum!
What the... Why does he have that sign on his head? Anyway, you don't want to go down too far. As soon as that cutscene happens, you have the ability to get a new email. And we do want to get this one just for completion's sakes and no other reason. But yeah, once you've gotten that, you need to walk in between the two sets of chairs here. And we will do that in a moment. Let's just talk to you first. There's no tourist attractions around here. Anything else interesting? Yeah, it's not just a few people. It's the vast majority of people really don't like soldiers. Unless they have something useful to say about other side quests or stuff like that. Pretty much all of them really hate the military. Anyway, once we've viewed that sequence, but before following up to go find Hammer where he's run from and Trankov, you have to do this. Otherwise, you will not get it. Of course, that really doesn't matter since it's an ad for Pac-Man. But if you want to keep your count up to mine, and you want to keep your count up to most of the strategy guides, because they just list them by number, just like they do in the game, then you'll probably want to get it. It's not that hard anyway. Anyway, Ludi, the little girl in here that apparently didn't say anything to that kid, used to live on Ariadne until just recently, but when the planet disappeared, she moved to the colony. They disappeared with the planet. Yeah, they didn't disappear. Assuming the planet was destroyed, which is kind of what we're leaning toward, considering what we saw Margulis do, and yes, that was the planet Ariadne. Yeah, I don't think they just disappeared. I think they're kind of dead. But anyway, this guy's weird. Turn and cough. I'm not playing any tricks on you. Comb under. Did I drop my comb under somewhere? I have lots of spares. Go under the chair and cough. I have no idea. I think this is just an old man who can't hear Shion very well. It's kind of stupid. There's this thing too. Can I talk to this thing? There we go. Condition good. Well, I think I gained a little weight. I don't know how. You've been running around beating the crap out of mechs and Gnosis and soldiers, so I think you'd be losing weight over gaining it right now. You don't see anything interesting. Over here, there's something to take note of. This is Looty. She says nothing, as we've heard. But that won't always be the case. There's something important. I think it's you? Now she can't talk. The doctor here is a quack, so he can't even cure her. Okay. No. Shut up! Talk to you. Talk to the dumb doctor. There we go. Inability to speak is psychological. Can't do anything about it. You gotta get her to open up first. Something to remind her of home, family, things of that nature might be able to get through to her. Come to think of it, she takes really good care of the potted plant in the waiting room. Yes, I believe there is a beautiful flower that only grows in Ariadne. And if we can get this Ariadne flower to bloom, that would give her some hope. Unfortunately, the planet no longer exists. Likewise, neither does the flower, so we're screwed. But just remember that for later. That's part of the side quest. Anyway, we get free healing here if we talk to the nurse here. The other nurse doesn't say anything interesting. She tells us to get out if we're not sick. But anyway, make sure you get that. And then we're going to head out here and we're going to grab some new equipment because that's, of course, helpful. In the Talk to Me shop. I don't know why it's called Talk to Me. Well, I kind of do. It's just still a strange name. And what do you have to say? Let's learn some more about this. No, we haven't really heard about it. A planet called Ariadne completely disappeared. The Federation government still doesn't know the cause of it, and the people who disappeared with the planet are still missing. Some think it's work on Gnosis. In any case, it's a terrible incident. She says something if you respond the other way, but not revealing as much information. Truth is still a mystery. Can't believe a planet could disappear without a trace. That was, I guess, part of what Junior and them were investigating, but they don't go into a whole bunch of detail about it. Do talk to this kid, Tom. Used to be a pink ghost doll at the shop. Where did it go? It broke easily, so maybe it got thrown away. Actually, the doll speaks. Broke easily, but if you spoke to it kindly, it would tell you all sorts of things. Please be kind to it for you. Okay, sure thing, buddy. Wait. Talk to you. Welcome! We have everything from eggs, beam cannons to toilet paper. Nothing you can't get here. Considering it's the only shop on the entire colony, I should hope you can get pretty much anything here, otherwise we'd be in trouble. Anyway, let's buy upgrades, even though they're not all that much better than what we already have. All the weapons. Ziggy's is probably the best upgrade that we get, and we want to get 4 of these stylish armors for now, and get something for KOS-MOS, something for Ziggy, And I'm going to get a couple of these space helmets. They do up your defense by 4, which is more than most of the other things we can get. But for the most part, I'll be using other equipment instead of these, just because it's usually better. And an extra 2 defense is negligible most of the time. Now, we got physical attack down. I'm going to get a couple of them. And we have physical defense down. I'm going to get a couple of them. Thing is, I'll be able to unlock what's in most of them by extracting their skills. Speaking of selling, is there anything useful I can sell? Scrap iron, might as well sell all that I've got left there. And anything else of value? That's Stim DX. What does that do? Increases physical attack 50%. Yeah, I'll use it later. Veal is basically shell in this game. I said I'd talk about it later. Since it's there, we'll talk about it. That's about it. Now, I'm not going to sell any of this stuff for now, but yeah, the Boost Max sells for 2,000 if you're interested. Tune Circuit I would keep if you're going to ever use them, as well as the Boost Max. The other things are not particularly important. The Beam Armor could be useful. I think it's unique, so I'm just going to leave most of that stuff alone for now. They do have upgrades. Actually, I just went back to my test run file for this Let's Play and tried to see what I had for eggs, armor and stuff like that, and for frame HP. Same amount that I have now, which proves to you that I didn't use it at all. Anyway, speaking of skills, I did go and extract a bunch off screen here, and I think it was the blue ring, which I have now equipped, was something that I extracted. I think it's 4 different things, or 5 that I extracted for both Shion and Ziggy, and they had enough. And considering that, we leveled up to level 2, and at level 2 you can extract some new things, such as the, let's take a look there. Rare plus 10, which we got from the Thief's Ring, and I think Dexterity you had to level up as well. Either that or that was the blue ring. It's probably the blue ring. Let's see, I think with you I got Ether Attack plus 2 as well, just because she had the extra points. I'm going to leave them with points the vast majority of the time and not use all of it, just in case I want a specific skill for a specific situation. The same thing occurs with Tech Attacks. The Tech Attacks I have, I'm not going to pour all of my points in. We learned Shockblade. I don't remember that happening, but anyway, that's good. Set some skills up. Let's throw Shockblade on there, because Shockblade is better than Lightning Blast in pretty much every way. And we won't be using Lightning Blast, presumably, for the future. I will test it out in the upcoming dungeon, but that's about it. For now, we'll just throw those on there. Actually, I'll leave Lightning Blast on there just to see the difference there. But yeah, I'm not going to waste all my points into it, because I don't want that to, don't want to be out of points when I'm in a situation where I probably want them. And we can't level that up, so we'll just leave good enough alone. And same thing there. Did I not upgrade that? I should probably upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all the time I have for this one. A lot of going over stuff, but actually we have enough time to go do one more thing. We can head down here. I just didn't want to go through all the cutscenes coming up ahead, so I basically found time to blow on something that I needed to explain anyway, because the cutscenes are going to take way too long. Anyway, another segment address, number 2. We don't have the decoder for that one yet. So, anyway, like I was saying, that's pretty much all the time I have for this one. Next time we will be... Actually, I'm going to check something. Actually, yes, no... No, I know exactly what it is. I was trying to remember the emails. I know there's 3 emails that we can get on Dock Colony, and I've already got 1, and the other 2 are pretty much guaranteed now, and I'll explain why it's only now that they're guaranteed in the next episode. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.